Forget the headline for a second because today, I want to show you a tool quietly revolutionizing how I convert epic-long videos into pure social gold. We absolutely have to mention the usual suspects, like Adobe's new podcast features and Descript. But honestly, the real sleeper hit I need you to pay attention to is Vizard, especially if you live on TikTok Shorts and Reels. So, context first, Adobe rebranded that whole Shasta project into Adobe Podcast, and it's sitting in beta right now. Descript, on the other hand, keeps evolving and feels perpetually in beta, but it's a seriously powerful pro-level powerhouse for text-based editing. Both tools definitely have their niche strengths in the creator space. Adobe really targets creators already comfortable inside their ecosystem, leaning into Photoshop and Lightroom familiarity. And Descript is essentially the gold standard for anyone who prefers editing the spoken word directly from the transcript. However, neither of these were fundamentally built to take a 1-hour live stream and automatically spin it into a week's worth of viral clips. That, my friends, is exactly where Vizard enters the chat to change the game. Let's first look at the dashboard vibe, starting with Adobe. Adobe's interface is large, quite clean, and genuinely beautiful, aiming squarely at beginners needing a nice template for a podcast ad or a quick episode. They offer neat, preset templates alongside audio auto-enhance toggles, which is a real strength if you live deep in the Adobe world. Descript, conversely, feels like a more mature, heavy-duty product where you are fine-tuning transcripts word by word. It excels for documentaries, long interviews, and any project demanding that surgical, fine-grained level of editing control. But if you are a creator pumping out hours of long videos, streams, lectures, or interviews, the goal is mining them for short, attention-grabbing social clips. You simply do not want that entire process to be 100% manual when it comes to distribution. You shouldn't have to export every highlight clip, manage a separate posting schedule, and manually track where each piece is supposed to go. This is why Vizard starts to make perfect sense in your toolkit. Think of it this way. Adobe offers templates and audio cleanup, Descript gives you transcript-driven deep editing, and Vizard gives you the autopilot workflow. Vizard actually turns that long content into a stack of ready-to-post clips and gets them scheduled without you constantly babysitting the publish a button. I know any big claim needs receipts, so here's exactly how I tested these platforms in parallel. I recorded a 1-hour live stream featuring a guest interview, some hot takes, casual banter, and a couple of killer one-liners for socials. Then I ran 3 distinct workflows concurrently: the manual route, the Descript process, and the Vizard automation. The manual route, which is what most creators currently do, involved me scrubbing, selecting timestamps, exporting, captioning, and scheduling, and it took hours. Descript definitely saved time on transcription and allowed for super precise trimming, but it still required a human to decide what was actually shareable. Vizard, however, returned dozens of finished clips within minutes, already framed with suggested hooks and platform-ready aspect ratios. I could preview, tweak 1 or 2 things, and then simply hit publish across all channels. For any solo creator or small team, that sheer time savings translates directly into more content or more breathing room. Next, let's talk about the quality of the pics that each method surfaced. Descript is fantastic if you already know the golden moments and demand total word-level control over every cut. But sometimes that linear workflow means you miss the organic vibe of a moment that might actually go viral. Vizard's algorithms actively look for energy spikes, emotional language, audience engagement metrics, and pacing shifts. It suggests clips that inherently feel snackable and primed for immediate sharing on social platforms. In my test, Vizard actually unearthed 2 quick quips and 1 unexpected reaction that I completely overlooked during my initial manual review. Those 3 AI-suggested clips actually outperformed the ones I had manually selected in early engagement tests. Thirdly, we addressed the critical issue of scheduling, enabling and maintaining consistent posting frequency. Neither Descript nor Adobe will automatically handle that post every day at 10 a.m. on Instagram, then later at 2 p.m. on TikTok problem for you. You can export the clips, but then you have to manually upload them into a separate scheduling tool, which just adds more friction. Vizard solves this directly with an integrated auto-schedule feature built right into the platform. You set your desired cadence, tell it how often you want to post, and it spaces the clips out optimally according to your set calendar. For creators prioritizing discoverability through volume and consistency, this feature is an absolute game changer. Imagine batching 1 single recording and letting your entire social presence run on autopilot for 1 or even 2 weeks. Fourthly, the centralized content calendar itself is a massive benefit for managing distribution chaos. While Adobe has the creative suite and Descript has the editing muscle, neither truly centralizes clip management for short-form distribution like this. Vizard's calendar lets you see every clip, drag and drop posting slots, edit captions, and swap platforms all within 1 single screen. This is the kind of interface that immediately simplifies life for small teams trying to maintain a high-output schedule. Now, let's discuss the polish layer, audio and visual refinement, because that really does matter. Adobe's enhanced speech and studio-like audio options are genuinely impressive. Their AI repair can rescue bad laptop mic audio. Descript's studio sound feature is useful in certain scenarios, but I've found it can be a bit hit or miss for fixing entire episodes. Vizard isn't trying to replace Audition or be a full digital audio workstation replacement. To be clear, it sticks to the basic cleanups, accurate captioning, and visual formatting that are perfectly tuned for short, punchy clips. If a clip needs serious restoration, I'll absolutely pull it into a dedicated tool like Descript or Audition. But for the quick-turn content required for daily social posting, Vizard's built-in polish is more than adequate. Regarding templates and creative assets, Adobe obviously takes the lead with deep graphic template integration. Descript offers serviceable templates for things like audiograms and simpler video structures. Vizard finds its sweet spot with snackable visual templates optimized specifically for each major platform's dimensions. Since Vizard is distribution-focused, those templates are often designed with virality in mind, like hook-first text and loop-friendly endings. Now, let's be fair and talk about the limitations of this automation powerhouse. If your goal is crafting a fully produced, story-driven podcast with complex Foley and layered sound design, Vizard won't replace a full-day Adobe. If you live exclusively inside Adobe's ecosystem and need pixel-perfect Photoshop assets everywhere, their suite might feel smoother. And Descript still reigns supreme when you need absolute transcript accuracy and granular, word-level editing precision. But for the millions of creators needing more clips, faster, without an entire social media team, Vizard matches the modern content engine workflow. Here's one more real-world example to drive this home. I took a 90-minute panel discussion we hosted last month and dropped the entire file directly into Vizard. Within 60 minutes, I had 25 distinct clips queued across TikTok, Shorts, and Instagram for future posting. The captions were auto-generated, aspect ratios were preset, and the posting cadence was locked into the calendar. 2 days later, a few of those clips started trending, and because Vizard created variants, we could A/B test the best-performing hook instantly. That level of rapid iteration is practically impossible when you are exporting every single piece one at a time. So, is Vizard absolutely perfect? No, because no tool ever truly is. But it is crystal clear what this tool is ruthlessly optimized for, generating consistent, platform-ready short clips from long-form content at scale. Adobe Podcast is a solid entry-level audio helper with great creative integrations, while Descript remains the mature editor for deep control. Vizard is that workflow-first, scale-first solution for creators who want to automate the heavy lifting of clip creation. Have you already taken the plunge and tried any of these new tools for your content workflow? Are you still grinding through hours of footage manually, or have you found a clever automation hack I need to see? If you are struggling to batch your social content, I highly encourage you to give Vizard a quick test run on one of your backlog videos. You will likely be amazed at the viral gems an AI can quickly pull out of that library of old recordings. And if you have a unique workflow or a favorite method for turning long videos into short hits, please drop the details in the comments below. I genuinely love seeing all the unusual workflows people have developed to conquer content creation. All right, that is everything for this breakdown of the current content clipping landscape. If you want a deep dive, step-by-step tutorial showing exactly how I set up the auto schedule and content calendar in Vizard, let me know by commenting below. I will absolutely film that next time to walk you through the entire setup process. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the very next video.